What is up, Bears fans? This is Walt, also known as Sickles, the Monsters of the Gridiron podcast, coming to you on this lovely Friday afternoon. We just wanted to bring you a quick update on the Bears injury report for this Sunday's game against the Jacksonville Jaguars. I also want to highlight a few backups that are going to get a chance to show us what they're made of this weekend against the Jaguars. So without further ado, let's get right into it. We already knew coming into today safety Jaquan Brisker would not be playing this weekend. He's joined by Zach Pickens and Terrell Smith. Both are still dealing with groin and hip injuries that have kept them out the last couple of weeks. The Bears' offensive line got a bit of good news today. Guard Tevin Jenkins, who left Sunday's game against the Carolina Panthers, is listed as questionable going into today. Tevin had a bit of an up and down week in terms of practice. He was listed as limited both Friday and Wednesday, but unfortunately did not practice on Thursday. So that, coupled with the fact that Bill Murray did such a great job filling in on Sunday for him, I'm probably leaning more towards the fact he's going to maybe sit this weekend out and rest up and then go into the bye week and come back fully healthy against the Washington Commanders on October 27th. Jacob Martin has finally returned from injured reserve and went through his first full week of practice. Martin is still in his 21-day practice window, but is yet to be activated to the active roster at this moment. The big news of the day is the injury designation for cornerback Tyreek Stevenson. He was listed as limited on Thursday, but unfortunately today he didn't practice at all and is listed as doubtful for this Sunday. That would leave the Bears down their starting safety as well as starting cornerback. And with Terrell Smith being out, they're down one of their backup corners as well. But I'll be honest with you guys, I don't want you to get discouraged because there are two guys on the Bears roster, I feel, that can step in to the shoes of Brisker and Stevenson this weekend and do just fine. Who are those two guys, you ask? That's safety Elijah Hicks and cornerback Jalen Jones. Both Hicks and Jones joined the Bears in 2022. Hicks was a late-round draft pick by Ryan Poles, and Jones himself was a UDFA. Ryan Poles signed later in the offseason. But honestly, draft status doesn't matter at this point anymore. What really matters in this defense, to me at least, is one very simple stat, and that stat is average target separation. And if you're not sure what that means, it's the average distance between the receiver and the nearest defender at pass arrival. One of the things we at the Monsters of the Gridiron have really jumped on Matt Eberflus is the soft zone technique and giving a lot of guys too much space in the passing game. To give you a bit of an idea of what the averages are across the league, cornerbacks are looking at an average of about 2.7 yards of separation. Safeties are 3.2. Elijah Hicks, unfortunately, due to his limited snap count, hasn't actually been targeted this year. But looking back at his numbers last year, his average separation was 2.5 yards, well below the average this year. Jalen Jones, however, was targeted Sunday, twice actually. He gave up 0 receptions and had a passer rating allowed of 39.6. His actual average target separation was 0.4. Now, I completely understand that these sample sizes are extremely small, but they're trending in the direction we want them to see from our depth players. So when we have issues like we're having right now, where Jaquan Brisker and Tyreek Stevenson are out, men like this can step in and not miss a beat. The real test, however, is going to be this Sunday. I personally feel that both Jones and Hicks will slot right in and won't miss a beat. But my opinion doesn't matter all the time. So I want to ask you guys, the viewers, what do you think? Leave a comment down below. The Bears should be starting this Sunday in London. And as always, we at Monsters of the Gridiron podcast appreciate everyone who's watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And until next time, bear down.